Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome to your reading for the next 6 months. Before I pressed the record button, I actually had a vision of pink flower blooming for you. Pink is the color of love, and let's see what's coming your way that you would love to have in your life within this next 6 months. We're going to start out with your coffee cup, then we're going to move on to your saucer. Right here, there's a pathway opening, which looks like a fish. Fish most of the time symbolizes the abundance of the universe, wealth, structure, resources showing up for you. Timeline wise, it's showing up within the 5th month. Within the 2nd month, there is a good news coming forward. This is outside your comfort zone, so this can be something that you're not familiar or you're not in the expectancy of this good news coming. There's a tears of joy at the end of it. This can be something, though, that you have been waiting for a while and you're expecting this to manifest in a different way or a different pathway to come to you. But it seems like it is going to happen through an unexpected resource or person or a circumstance. Within the 3rd month and the 4th month in between, there's a pathway opening. There's someone here. They have 2 birds that they're setting off to. This is also outside their comfort zone. This person's wearing a masculine figure wearing like a long gown. Reminds me of like back in the day when men used to wear gowns as well for sleeping and maybe even for day-to-day activities. So this can be symbolizing someone, an ancestor, maybe sending news from the past to the future to your current timeline. And 2 birds can be 2 different news. This can be visions showing up through dreams or during your meditation. It can show up as a vision or something whispering into your ear. This can also be symbolizing an authority figure. Apart from the ancestor, an authority figure may be setting some things in the mail, putting some things in the mail, and sending towards you. I see there's a star right here. Star symbolizes Aquarius energy. So this person might be an Aquarius, by the way. And also, star symbolizes wish fulfillment. So their news, when they arrive, it is going to be your wish fulfillment. Another thing I see here, this is showing up during the timeline of the 5th month, which is a massive elephant. There's a man looking at this elephant, and there's also a child under the man right here. The child can be your past state. Maybe you didn't really have experience about something that you wanted to manifest. Elephant is long-term stability, financial security, creating a legacy, a family structure that has wealth, abundance, prosperity. And the child is growing up to that environment. This older gentleman maybe even representing of your planning and action taking, because masculine energy indicates the actions that we take, is actually setting up the environment, setting up the future for your generations, following generations, the wealthy and abundance state. Okay, I see here, this can also be someone coming up with the offer, coming up with the wealthy idea that it is going to start as a baby, maybe in a small state, that when you put the energy in, take the necessary actions, it is going to start growing. And the growth is massive, so it can really grow in a fast period of time. For some of you, this can be even a relationship that you're starting on a baby stage, that you're growing really fast and becoming a long-term stable relationship. This can be a friendship, a partnership, can be a representative of a romantic relationship which has a solid ground. Okay, there is still some time for this to develop, so it can start during this beginning of the timeline and it can grow, so it still has some time here. Within the first month, I see legal paper. Legal paper might be representative of a contract, a plane ticket, lease, a loan, maybe an approval coming from a school. And it is a clean paper, so it is going to bring some happy, good news. That's why I see this tears of joy maybe is relating to that. And or maybe through this legal paper, you're going to accomplish something that will create this tears of joy. I see here between the second and the third month, maybe towards the fourth month, there's a dark timeline here. There are two people flying. This can be flying into launching into something new, starting something new, or this can be literally getting on the plane, flying somewhere that as a duty. I feel like this is a duty for some of you. It's not something that you go to enjoy. Maybe a conference that you need to attend to, or a family business that you're being called to, something which doesn't really have clarity for you right now. For some of you, I feel like this is going to end up being a really fun activity, but you don't really see how fun this is going to be. This is something that is calling you, and you're packing, going. Maybe you're going with another person there, taking a friend with you, or maybe if you're going with a family, there's a second person that needs to be there. Seems like you are actually attending to this. Another thing here, flying can also be representative of attending to this thing via virtually, internet, talking to people, but it seems like it is going to last for a while. This is not going to be a momentary thing. Either the prepping period is going to take, or getting there and coming back and going back. That's going to be a back and forth situation here. That's why there's a pathway also opening. Within the fourth month timeline, I see another legal paper showing up, and there's a man under it. The man is wearing a cloak and he's serving a woman right there. Cloak can be symbolizing someone who is an official personality, maybe someone working for the government or someone working for an institution. And they're serving the matriarchal character here. So they're serving the creativity. I see a number 3 on the chest of this lady. The lady is wearing a hat. Hat symbolizes that women has authority over what she does. This is an expert. They know what they are doing. And the number 3, even though it's about fun and creativity, this doesn't have to be specifically something that is fun to you. Because some people can take pleasure out of calculating numbers, organizing. So it is something that is fun to this person. It doesn't have to be something fun to you. However, they're an expert and you need their approval, you need their energy, and you're going to maybe obey the rules or go with their flow and follow them to figure out how they're making things happen. This can be a guidance master or someone who is knowledgeable, and it seems like they're going to lead you towards this elephant right here as well. The baby energy shows up during that timeline, so I feel like here this can even be someone that you're learning from. Maybe their activities, their lifestyle, their thinking patterns, maybe all of the above. You are spending time with this person, they're being guidance, and they're showing you a pathway to maybe create your own baby. The baby can be a business idea, baby can be a new relationship. Maybe if you had certain problems with the relationships, now it's the time to learn maybe how to draw the boundaries, how to say no, what to say yes, or maybe even demand certain things, because we tend to self-sacrifice sometimes in the relationships, and even though there are requests, we have certain desires because we think that we need to actually not go against the grain or demand too much. we tend to stay quiet. And I feel like here, some of you within this next 6 months period, you're resolving those issues as well, because those are the things that doesn't really belong to you. Maybe you are copying an ancestor or a pattern that you experienced while growing up. You're getting rid of that, which is right away here towards the 6 months when you complete the mission, opening up a new pathway for you. And there's a cloud over the pathway. Cloud can be symbolizing finding your own element, stepping into an environment that is filled with energies, people that are aligned with you, that are a higher energy because they're on a higher level as well. Height doesn't mean class in like the society. Height means that mentally they are in a state of peace, calm, love, abundance, prosperity, and that's what they experience most of the time. After that, I see you here getting on a horse, which is also your energy, Cancer, with a chariot, which will help you leave what doesn't serve you, the city that doesn't serve you behind, and galloping towards a new future, a bright future, a future that you want to experience. I'm going to get to, and there's also a panda bear I see here. Kind of looks like they're hands of the panda bear with a pathway opening. Pandas are laid back animals and they don't have a care in the world. So this can be a representative of, I feel like, an earth sign for you because they eat bamboo, which is connected to earth. Along the way, you're going to be meeting with this person. The pathway is leading towards them, which is not a negative thing because I feel like this person is showing up not for you to deal with them, but for you to learn from them, to when the time comes, lay back, relax, and be in your own element and mind your own business. I feel like this is also an example for you. And see how even though they're laid back, they're always getting taken care of. Somehow the universe takes care of them and sends them the right people, puts them in the right places so they get taken care of. Okay? We're going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. There's a letter right here showing up within the 3rd month timeline in the beginning. Letter can be representative of a good news that you will be receiving, or maybe an approval, clean sheet of paper, clean bill of health, some good, joyful news. Let's see if you have a desire, intention, a question. Hold it in your mind and see the answer here. I see this is turning into a dragon right there, wrapping around and protecting that paper. Dragon can be a representative of a fire sign for you, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And when it comes to the fire sign, dragon, I feel like is more on the Sagittarius side. Your desire coming really fast, by the way. It has 2 stages. It comes to a certain point and then there's a small pause and then it just accelerates back again. Dragon represents to me a Sagittarius energy because Aries is a ram, Leo is a lion, and we're left with the dragon, which is Sagittarius energy, even though it's the archer. And the archer can also be the tamer of the dragon. Okay, and this can be someone who has immense power, or their power is to I don't want to use the word control or manipulate because those are negative terms. I feel like this person has the ability to understand people's needs. Okay, and they have a great level of empathy and they can understand what people want and act accordingly. And this doesn't have a negative intention. I feel like this has a good intention, positive intention. So their dragons also help them because of the compassion that they feel from them. So I feel like this dragon showed up and disappeared. They're again showing up for you. There's a second desire coming forward. They're helping you through compassion and love and empathy, this person, you're going to receive help from this person. This can be even showing up momentarily. It wasn't like a big full effect here, but they will leave a legacy because I see the dragon's head is laying around. So you might take that as an example. And also, the letter V here symbolizes your victory. That can bring, even after you get the treatment, you engage with this person, with that energy, when you pursue your desires and move on, move forward with your life, there's a victory coming here. Okay? I'm going to dive into your tarot now. If you have a specific desire, intention, or question, it's good to focus on that one. But if you don't have anything, this is going to be a general, what's coming your way within the next 6 months reading. Let's see. Cut the deck and see what's coming your way. This is the current situation. Seems like you feel trapped, but you're being surrounded by leaves right here, and you have access to the swords, meaning this is a situation, a mental situation. Maybe you're not really seeing a way out of it. Okay? But the thing is, Eight of Swords is an illusion. You can walk out of that anytime you want. But it's about becoming aware of that. So it seems like you're not really aware the pathway leads outside of your situation right this moment. How will it work out? Seven of Pentacles is within the next 6 months, you might have doubt about how to get out of there. Even though you did what you need to do, the necessary work, Seven of Pentacles can show that you have doubt. That's why you're feeling trapped. Let's see one more here. Queen of Wands energy coming forward. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy. This reading is intended for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. So you might have as your Mars sign even, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And that actually affects the actions that you take. Seems like here, the best way to get out of this confusion and not having clarity and feeling trapped is taking inspired action. And not only inspired, but also the things that makes your feel the passion, the fire of life. Pursuing those things will get you out of that situation. Maybe even much faster. Internally, you showed up as the Warrior of Swords. Warrior of Swords is, I think, the Knight of Swords energy here is internally, you will get out of this entrapment if you're taking massive action. Massive action doesn't mean random action. Massive action means inspired action, planned action. Okay, so if you have a goal, you can go with maybe going back to school, launching a business, or open up your small bakery. You might have a goal, that's okay. And a Warrior of Swords suggests that start planning, because this is also pen and paper. Swords energy is intellectual energy. And when you start writing things down, planning, the action steps are going to become clear for you. This is your internal energy. When you start having clarity, you're going to start moving towards your goal faster here. We have the external factors. Let's see. I actually have Nymph of Pentacles. This is the bottom. I saw it here. This is setting up structure, creating internally when you start planning. It is going to actually help you create a new plan and take necessary steps and plant the seeds carefully so you can collect them when they grow up. Okay, so it's not only planning, taking action, but that action will lead you to grow your future, grow your crops. Let's see the external factors. We have Nine of Pentacles. It seems like outside will align. When you decide, make decision, plant seeds, the outside will align and starts giving you the fruits of that hard labor. Nine of Pentacles is enjoying what you're creating. And it seems like this can even be you externally getting the fruits of that labor, that mental labor, physical labor, whatever that you put out. it will come back to you multiply, okay? We have the final result here. You have the Warrior of Cups. This can be some emotionally fulfilling offer coming forward, or you are receiving divine blessings. Can be synchronicities coming back to back and aligning you with the direction that you want to go, and receiving what you want to receive, basically achieve out of life. Let's get the clarifiers and see what they want to tell us, because that can help us look deeper into your situation. And why is this Eight of Swords here? There's a necessary pause coming here. You're feeling trapped because you need a perspective change. Eight of Swords with the Hangman says that you're paused right now, you're feeling trapped because you need to change your perspective in order to get out of there. That's why this pause is actually a temporary pause that will help you stop, connect with your higher self, your spirit guides, connect with necessary people with the information that you need, and after receiving that, utilizing and getting yourself out of the situation faster. How will the situation evolve? We have Queen of Wands, King of Wands, a perfect couple with a lot of passion and fire energy, a lot of movement happening, creating with confidence, ruling your kingdom and queendom with confidence. Then even if you had with the Seven of Pentacles any doubt, trusting that everything is working out, and which it will work out the better than ever. Internal factors, get ready for the adventure because you're setting off to one, and with good planning, planting your seeds carefully, taking the necessary action with calm and contentment, you will move on to the new adventure. Calm and contentment meaning, yes, go with your passion, follow your passion, but if there's a budget that you need to follow, stay inside of that budget, okay? And Three of Wands is your planning and action is going to take you to your new adventure. The ships are sailing and maybe even taking you to those new lands you want to explore. External factors, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It's a very good alignment here. Not only you're going to enjoy a new life, the universe is going to bring you a lot of blessings, you will also learn a great deal out of this. This can even create a manifestation formula for you, because everybody has their own way of achieving success with their manifestations. So this can be a ready set formula. You can even note it down and apply it in the other fields of your life, okay? Warrior of Cups can be a new love. You might not feel like this is what you want. Wish fulfillment, new love, offers coming forward. But Four of Cups energy is a little bit discontentment. You might not be satisfied with the result. This can be coming forward because maybe you grow up in an environment, which happens to the best of us, that whatever you do is not appreciated. This can actually represent that very well, not feeling satisfied with accomplishments. And also, maybe discontentment can be caused by not receiving the appreciation that you are expecting to come, okay? But Page of Cups is coming again. So I feel like you're going to reassess the situation again. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups is both your energy. And you will find the blessing. Okay? You will see what the fish is, the blessing, the abundance of the universe, what you're getting. At the end of the day, what your gains are. You're going to become aware of them. And you're going to celebrate them. You're going to see where you become successful. Okay? We're going to see what the blockages are to these blessings. We have the Eight of Swords energy, the Hangman. Four of Cups is actually, there's some maybe mental, maybe physical blockages presenting themselves. Let's see what they are and how you can heal that. We have a dry desert. So you might be going through a timeline of dryness, basically not receiving the seeds that you're planting are not really growing fast enough. We have two fire energy here. Maybe you have too much passion that is burning down the whole forest because you're not really seeing results yet. Okay, that can be the representative of the blockage here. So let's see how you can heal that. There is a way around the mountain, guys. There's a way around the mountain. And saw these two cards in different readings, but you do receive them back to back here. Mountain represents that we tend to go with the gear and try to climb the mountain each and every time. But this mountain is telling you the healing will come forward when you find a way around it, rather than going with the hardest pathway because you feel like it shouldn't be that easy. This is the energy of the Four Cups here too. Some things are going to align perfectly with your energy and you might still feel discontent because it is going to be really easy. Okay, that's why you want to climb the whole mountain. You want to put yourself in a dry desert. But it seems like here the healing will come when you actually go around the mountain and do not fight with the current where it's taking you to. And Field of Dreams is your outcome, which I love this energy. So the outcome will be that you're going to be in the field of your dreams, manifesting your heart's desires, and your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. So they will bring you to what you want. Okay, I started listening to Brian Tracy's The Laws of Power. I think that's the name of the book. And I just listened to half of the first chapter. And he mentions the law of cause and effect. We tend to see it as karma. What you put out is what you get back. It seems like here, when you go around the mountain instead of fighting it, when you start making things easier for yourself, you're going to start experiencing the field of your dreams. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. I feel like this is going to be in your own way, okay? How the dreaming works for you, how the action taking works for you. You're going to develop your own way of making your dreams come true, and maybe even create a formula with the Eight of Pentacles energy and replicate that formula each time that you desire something new, okay? This is going to be your second oracle. I ask the best advice or guidance for my beautiful Cancers through unconditional love. Thank you. We're going to pull up a spell here for you and see. Friday Night Right wanted to come forward. We have Everyday Spell. This can be a ritual that you can apply. A beautiful bee is right here. That indicates your resourcefulness and also effectiveness. Let's see. Friday nights are a good time for getting together with your friends or in a circle with your coven. If possible, pick a place with a fireplace and have a brightly burning blaze. Ask your mighties to bring spring flowers and musical instruments, including plenty of drums. Place pillows on the floor and serve an ambrosial spread of finger foods and spirits. Light a wonderfully scented incense and set out candles, one for each participant. When it is time to call the circle, raise your arm and point to each direction, saying, to the east, to the north, and so on. Have each guest light a candle and give a toast. Drumming and dancing come next. This is truly an invocation of the lust for life and will be a night to remember for all. Now rejoice. This is too much to maybe even organize for some of you. If that's the case, you don't have to just go ahead and call a bunch of people. You can even do it with one person that is close to you with the intention to make it a good night and make it an intentional manifestation night even. And that ritual will help you bring the things you desire faster. Maybe you can focus on the same desire together with a person that you're inviting, and merging your energies together, which you can do on a Friday night, will be a way to formalize and manifest your desires. We're going to pull a final card for you. This is going to be an affirmation, what you need to know, and maybe what you need to let go. Let's see which card comes forward. We have the High Priestess. This is knowledge. This is the keys to unlock the locked doors. We have lapis lazuli coming forward as your stone if you can access to one. I have one here. This is actually a high intuition stone. You can use one. And affirmation is my intuition guides me to the truth. So it seems like with this journey, within the next 6 months, you're going to be highly intuitive, and you can use this affirmation whenever you need the guidance of your intuition, okay? All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me. If this reading touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tap the bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Your energy means the world here, and until next time, take care of your beautiful soul. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.